So, here goes nothing. Welcome to TNT Homesteading. Join us as we continue to expand our off-grid life here on our 10 acres in eastern Oklahoma. Hi y'all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. So this is day 3 of trying to get this mini split finished up. We didn't get to work on it at all yesterday. We went to town, saw my family, made some homemade caramels, and just got home from church today, and I'm going to finish this up. After I stopped recording last time, I did keep working in the dark by flashlight, actually, because I'm really wanting to get this done. We've had some rain come in, we've got more coming in, and I just want to get this project done before Christmas. So I did get the next pipe put in, and so all the conduit is in. The only thing I need to do now is get electrical wire in that. So I've got wire. The wire I had that I thought was going to work was not rated for 20 amp. It was only a 14 gauge and not a 12 gauge. So I got wire when we were in town yesterday, and it's just now a matter of getting it up the conduit and inside the building and get the breaker switched out. So at the same time, that doesn't sound like a whole lot. The last time I tried to run wire through conduit, it was a real pain in the rear. So we're going to see how this ends up going. Overall though, this shouldn't be nope. So I am going to go grab my wire and get the covers off of these two caps and get this started up. So I have not tied this completely in yet, just in case I needed to pull it off easier. Oh. I was unwinding it, and as I unwound it, I made it to the top, thankfully. So, let's go get that inside. You can see through the pipe, and you can see the light from the screen door, because the elbow that's installed in there has a corner that comes off. So now, if I can just get this in here, and of course the screwdriver's on the table. But my electric is inside. You can see it right there. And you can see the breaker box. The wire's coming in here on the top. I just need to feed it through the pipe and in here, strip this and connect it. This 15 amp breaker, I am going to switch to a 20 amp breaker. There's only like one plug and one light currently on this one. And so that's the one I'm going to switch out. Alright, so I have it done. To save me some grief and crawling back up here to turn this breaker back on, I'm just going to leave the breaker off to this building. I obviously turned the breaker off to this building before I messed with this. We don't have anything else going on over here right now, so I'm just going to leave the whole building off and not crawl back up here into the loft. So now that we're wired up in here, the only thing left to do outside is to wire the mini split into that bottom box where I was running the wire through. So I'll need to cut it and then pull a vacuum. So far so good. My biggest concern was running the wire up the conduit, and thankfully that wasn't as bad as I was afraid it was going to be. The last time I ran it through, I wasn't running 12. I must have been running 10 gauge wire. It was a little bit thicker. and larger and harder to run through the conduit. All right, so I've got my wires hooked up, and next thing I really need to do is pull a vacuum, and then we can try this thing out. So now that I've got the electric all hooked up, I'm working on pulling a vacuum. I hooked each pump's probably going to be different, so I'm not really explaining this pump. All right, it's been 15 minutes. I've closed the valve and I've turned off the pump, and now we wait and monitor and make sure that needle doesn't move. All right, so it's been, well, more than 10 minutes, and I was rereading the book and I really only had to wait 5. So come down here and check this out, and we're holding a vacuum. That is awesome. According to the instructions, next up is to open this a quarter of a turn for 5 seconds, close it up, and then take off the vacuum hose. I'm going to double check that because I don't want to mess this up. Yep, open the low pressure valve, quarter of a turn for 5 seconds, then quickly remove the pressure hose. So, here goes nothing. I guess I'll put it in this way. And I don't know what's going on with my phone. It just stopped recording. So I just finished doing that. Next up's to get this hose off. And hopefully that was fast enough. All right, then we fully open the high and low valves and put on the caps. Now I just got to put on this, and we're done out here. All right. All right, well, I just turned it on. I turned it all the way to its coldest setting, which is 61, which is actually warmer than it is in here right now, starting with the air conditioner, which is what the instructions said. I'll let it run for a minute, make sure things are working right. All right, now I've turned it to the heat setting and turned it to its highest temperature, which apparently is 88. And we'll make sure that it gets warm. Not that you can tell, but it's blowing hot air now. So, it works. The one other thing I do need to do is set up the Wi-Fi so we can connect to it if we want. We'll see. I see us using that occasionally here and there, but not very often. But I do have to get that set up. So I'll be sitting down and installing the app and doing all that kind of stuff. Probably after I get off here. Anyway, y'all, thanks for watching. God bless. I'll see you in the next video.